Happy Hump Day. Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. I am Anthony Totri, joined, as always, by the boys, Shawn Shane Diefenbach is back. Are you good? Are you back for good?
I'm back for now until I go to the combine.
Back for now until you go to the combine.
2 weeks? What?
I just said which is when. I said 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you go straight combine and then
Pac-12 tournament.
Wow. Yeah. Damn. So just so you're aware, get ready as soon as he's gone in 2 weeks for something major to happen.
It's probably when the TV rights.
You're right. It's probably TV rights deal.
You're gonna answer the Call of Duty.
You're gonna answer the Call of Duty. How you been though? You've had a busy week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been fun. Just it's the Senior Bowl sprint, as I call it. It's been long. I'm sleepy.
Senior Bowl sprint.
Actually, I'm not sleepy. I am a little bit sleepy today, but I've been getting good rest, like efficient rest, like good 5-hour sleep nights that I wake up feeling rested.
Love efficient rest. I'm not a big 5-hour sleep guy. I'm either gonna sleep 10 to 12 hours or I'm not gonna sleep at all.
But that's a mistake. That's a huge mistake that you're making.
Yeah, you can oversleep.
Can you?
Yeah.
You can be.
Yeah, that's why when you
rested.
Yes, 100%. You feel groggy in the morning because you've slept so well. You feel terrible.
Yeah,
it ruins your day.
Huh. Maybe I need to sleep less.
Yeah, I think so. 10 hours?
I don't usually sleep 10 hours. I could sleep 10 hours.
Don't do that. It's bad for your health too.
Okay, my bad. Something else that's bad for my health. George Kliavkoff, in his role as a commissioner.
No,
that's not bad for my health.
He's not bad for your health. I think he's done an okay job.
I just think anybody who is put as the commissioner of the Pac-12 is probably bad for health.
Are the firefighters that get called to save a burning building bad? Are they doing a bad job? No, they're trying to put the fire out. They're trying.
But do they?
Sometimes it's a gasoline fire, and they didn't know that.
I side with Totri. It's kind of like a politician. It doesn't really matter what party you're on. You got to be a special kind of person to even want that kind of power.
You think that Kliavkoff's doing worse than Larry Scott did?
No. That's different. That is a different question. You're saying, okay, there was one firefighter who tried to put out the fire. He was awful. He made it worse. There's one who's not succeeding. Is he also as bad?
He's maintaining the fire. It's not growing. It's not shrinking. Although I guess,
but he's not doing his job.
I guess it did.
Right?
Shrink.
How?
Because his job is to put out the fire as the firefighter.
No, in real Pac-12 terms. What's he doing wrong right now?
They don't have a new TV rights deal. Yeah, everybody else does.
Because the building's on fire.
Well,
he came in.
We can't talk real terms and then bring out the fire.
That's fair. Okay,
again.
He came into a very shitty situation. I don't think he is the reason that this is happening.
Yeah, I don't think there was any keeping
unsalvageable.
USC.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that I think at this point, whoever is in charge at this spot was kind of dealt just an unplayable hand, right? Because the Pac-12, as we know it, with USC and UCLA gone and departing, there isn't really a salvageable spot in my mind for the Pac-12. Not as it is right now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think Kliavkoff really can do anything about it. I think, no.
But as a commissioner, you should have an answer, no?
You want him to make shit up? Because there is no answer right now.
Yes. Honestly, make some shit up, because right now...
Didn't we just talk about how bad politicians are?
Well, I don't want him to lie.
What?
I just want him to
make
do
shit
his
up?
job. I want him to do his job. Jason's got a new profile picture. Love that. Jason the chat, Kliavkoff, has a big hole to dig out of, but he's very short-sighted, thinking he can move Pac to streaming and bring on garbage teams. I think at this point, right, you have to, they are struggling to stay afloat. You look at what's happening around just the world of sports, right? I feel like, what?
He's been cocking this gun or the arrow back.
Me?
He's ready to say, I just his legs shaking.
I don't really have an opinion on Kliavkoff. Like I said, it's like a president to me. They came in, they had a shitty situation. So he was never in a position to succeed, but also I think you're kind of a fucked person if you even want to be president. I don't give a shit what party you on. Why do you want that kind of power? I don't think the Pac-12 is salvageable. I don't think you can save it. I don't think there are options. I think any of the non-Power 5 schools, you're not getting a Power 5 school to switch to the Pac-12. Any of the group of 5 schools that were worth a damn are already going to the Big 12.
Yeah.
San Diego State is the only one I think that makes a lot of sense.
And doesn't really move the needle.
It's tough because I think the best thing for the schools in the Pac-12 is for the Pac-12 not to exist. But Kliavkoff, it's like being the president. Maybe the entire government, maybe we need a new constitution. Maybe the government needs to get blown up and we need a new form of government. That's not going to happen because if that does happen, you're asking people in power to give up the power that they have, and it's never going to happen.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a future for the Pac-12. I think it is going to become the Big East of basketball, where it's the Power 5 or it's the Power 4 plus the Pac-12 because Oregon's still there, I guess.
not for long, maybe.
The conference is dead. I'm just along for the ride.
So the latest report from Sports Illustrated, Stuart Mandel, is
Howie?
that no, not related to Howie in any way that I know of. Is that the Pac-12 is struggling to find a TV rights deal, which we've discussed. New commissioner Kliavkoff overvalued what the league would receive, and the Big 12 is receiving a lot more interest, which makes sense. This appears to be heading toward the Pac-12 receiving less money than originally planned, which you can assume would be why the conference is trying to add an SDSU, an SMU, or really just anybody, given the fact that they've lost so much value. We've already talked about it on the show, but about 40% of their overall revenue is leaving with UCLA and USC to the Big Ten. So my question for you guys is, in terms of a TV rights deal, streaming, YouTube TV, Amazon, etc., what is the, I don't want to say like the solution, but what is the duct tape that holds this from falling apart?
We said it. There's a clip on our Twitter that I said like 8 months ago. We were still in the old studio.
Yeah.
Streaming service is the only way you save this at all.
And it's Amazon, right?
Yeah, I think it's Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the only option. You need the biggest problem the Pac faces is that people can't watch the fucking games.
Hey, same color scheme
As
Amazon in the Pac.
Amazon in the Pac.
no, it's not.
It's blue.
And yellow though. Yellow's kind of there.
If you squint. Well, I guess
Anyway,
colors don't really change if you squint.
But it's mostly blue.
Yeah, I guess.
They barely use yellow.
Yeah, I feel like Amazon is the only option because, like Jason said, it's abandoned at this point. You're pushing off the inevitable, and ASU does need to save themselves, but whatever. I feel like these schools feel like this unnecessary loyalty to this conference that has not done anything for them. But yeah, it's got to be a streaming service that everyone already has, and there can't be blackouts, and that's really it. The Pac-12 needs to be easier to watch if you want to have any chance of survival.
It's just the toughest part about this whole thing for me is the university presidents, Kliavkoff and the Pac-12, they're never going to say that they're failing or that they're dying in a way. But that's exactly like what is happening, right? So I know the presidents are going to be on board until they're not. So like the whole statement that the Pac-12 had released, I want to say a couple days ago, saying that all of the university's presidents are still committed to finding a TV rights deal solution, whatever. Like that might all be great, fine, and true until it's not.
But I think that is exactly what you said they can't do. I think that statement was like, we know it's bad. Trust me, we're trying. Like, I think that's the closest they're going to come to it.
And I mean, realistically, if a school were to leave the Pac, like it wouldn't happen today. So they still, even the school, like even if ASU or Oregon, whatever, are planning on leaving the Pac, like they still need a TV deal for the next few years until they get out of the Pac.
Yeah.
So even if they're really not caring about the future of the Pac-12, there is a certain like save yourself kind of thing that has to go on. But yeah, I mean, William in the chat is also kind of getting at something. It's like you only have so many options. It's not like it's not. I don't know how outside of like an Amazon, where else are you going to go?
Well, and the competition, I feel like the competitiveness of it all, like in terms of the Pac-12, definitely drives which of these partners you want to get, right? You look at like all of the major conferences or the major sports that already have major TV rights deals, right? The NFL, the NBA, NHL, like all of these giant sports and leagues are getting paid because people want to watch them. You've got the ACC, which I would argue is closer to the Pac-12 than any of the other leagues. They're going to get paid before the Pac-12. The SEC, they've got their thing. The Big 10, the Big 12, right? At the end of that totem pole is the Pac-12, right? So it's really like they don't get to choose at this point. It is whoever is left gets to choose them kind of thing. Like there isn't really an answer. And because this comes at such an unfortunate time with USC getting really, really good at football and UCLA continuing their dominance in basketball, I would argue, and then leaving for the Big Ten, there isn't really, outside of, I don't even want to say Oregon football, that you can point to a major revenue sport in the Pac-12 and be like, that's why we want them.
Yeah, I mean, U of A basketball is...
U of A basketball, that's probably it, right?
Yeah. Why does the Big Ten get a pass at all? Why do people watch that fucking shit? Basketball and football. It blows my mind.
That's because people just fucking. That's the Midwest.
Yeah.
Like the people in the Midwest.
Else.
Well, that and people in the Midwest just love their shit.
Yeah.
Like they love being from the Midwest and whatever makes them special.
Have you ever tried to watch a full Big Ten football game? It is terrible.
Full one? Probably not.
It is terrible.
Unless
so bad.
Unless it's Ohio State or Michigan.
Dude, even when Michigan plays, even when
I mean,
look,
I don't like Michigan. I love Ohio State.
They have 300 rushing yards. That's it. They won 48-5.
I was a big fan of some Minnesota football, mainly just because of Mo Ibrahim.
But they even then, right? Whether it's like for us to watch it or not, they have so many diehard people that will get up no matter what and watch it. That's not the case here. Like you just simply don't have that.
So let's talk about that then, because that's a point I was going to bring up. Is it doesn't matter even if even if they didn't have a TV. I mean, it would matter from a money standpoint, but from the pure game perspective, Big Ten football games are always sold out. The environment's great. The culture in the Big Ten and the Big 12 and whatever is so much different than it is here on the West Coast in the Pac. Is that a location thing?
Yes.
Like why?
I just think I think the West Coast is a completely different vibe.
Why?
I don't really know how to
I agree with
it.
you, but like
it's tough. I think it's a little different in the Pac, specifically, especially with UCLA and USC being here. There are in the Big Ten, you don't have teams that are in major metropolitan areas. Out here, you do. So there's a number of teams where they're just kind of lower on the totem pole. You also have more schools in this conference, and by more I mean Cal and Stanford, basically, who are not athletic. They are academic schools that have sports teams. Whereas the Big Ten, a lot of those schools are athletic programs that teach on the side, like specifically Ohio State and Michigan. And it's just, I just think people on the West Coast have a different vibe about this shit. You get into the winter here, people are wanting to leave their house and do stuff. Out west, it's a Saturday. You probably don't want to go outside. You want to watch football. Like I think it's just a whole different. Yeah. It's like
different way of living.
I don't know how to say this. It's two Americas, obviously in a different context than that phrase is usually used. But like it is really like it's different. And then you go to the Big 12, and that's mostly Texas, and Texas is its own country, and football is the national sport. I just feel like people on the West Coast don't care.
Nailed it. Yeah, I think you nailed it.
I don't know, man. There's got to be. I think you're gonna get in the next few weeks, few months. You're probably gonna get an answer as to this whole thing, because I feel like we are. I want to say almost a year removed from the USC and UCLA announcement, which felt like it came on a random Tuesday.
It was the end of the summer.
I was gone.
Was it the end of the summer or the start of the summer?
It was the end because I was gone. I don't know.
Probably Vegas or something.
Maybe Vegas. No, it wasn't Vegas.
Oh, were you in Texas?
Yeah, it was. Yep, it was. It was on my birthday.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I don't think it was on my birthday when that happened, but it was my birthday trip. I had a great time.
Yeah. I don't know. The Pac is playing a different game, and also
they're losing.
Well, yeah, but I'm never calling them the Pac-12 again. There are 10 teams here.
Yep.
Even when there's two more.
Yeah, it's just the number is unnecessary.
Yep.
We are the Pacific Athletic Conference. You don't need a number. The big conferences I get because they just like there's 12 of us and we're big. Big 12. But yeah, I don't understand.
Are they going to change their numbies?
Probably not, because the Big Ten never did. Yeah. I love that era of the Big Ten when they had that one hidden in the zero because they were at 11 teams.
Favorite conference in any sport right now? Go.
Favorite conference in any
like
sport?
SEC football.
Oh.
Mine is easy. Mine is Big 12 basketball.
Ooh,
Big 12 basketball,
awesome. Is electric. It's hard not to say SEC football, to be honest.
Yeah.
Big 12 basketball is the answer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pac-12 softball goes crazy.
Yeah.
True.
Just saying.
True.
If you don't know, Pac softball, my bad.
Pac softball does go crazy. I mean, I know this is base.
ACC basketball.
I would say that normally, but Duke sucks.
ACC sucks this year.
The ACC is kind of just really mid this year. So, yeah, I mean, that's basic. I'm sorry, but it's SEC football.
Yeah. No, that's a good answer.
I just love it.
It's competitive all the time.
It's basically professional football.
Yeah, that's fair. Before we talk about what's next for Arizona State or the dream scenario for Arizona State if this Pac-12 or Pac media deal fails or if it succeeds, what the dream scenario is, I want to tell you guys about Bad birdie. I know I'm personally looking forward to Sunday.
Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
I didn't get to say this on the show.
Okay.
I saw, not even kidding, 500 Bad Birdie shirts / hats at the Open. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's not an
There
exaggeration.
was a lot of people wearing Bad Birdie.
It was unbelievable.
It goes crazy.
I mean, it's the best golf apparel on the planet, and you were in the golf capital of the world. And that
I saw
day, so
your leopard shirt 3 times.
Hell yeah.
I saw the same shirt that I was wearing, the cactus one, 3 times. And I saw my leopard shirt like 5 times.
That's crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy actually.
Women's, men's, everything. It was unreal.
Yeah, that's what I'd be trying to say.
It's comfy. It's
we
affordable.
sit here and we could talk at you, but listen to the streets. Look at the people. They know
Listen
what's
to
good.
the streets. The streets are telling you guys to get some Bad Birdie and use code PHNX_sports15 for 15% off your next order at badbirdiegolf.com. I know we're going to be rocking some Bad Birdie this Sunday when we go out and we go golfing. First time the boys have gone golfing together.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to actually being able to use golf apparel for golf apparel reasons.
That would be nice.
At least I'm gonna look good. We got to flick up.
Shout out Dobson Ranch.
Shout out Dobson
Shout
Ranch
out
hooking
Dobson
us up. But we gotta flick up because I need
How
Need
often
picture.
do you use that phrase?
like never.
I hate it.
Look
I
up.
use
I
it.
have
I've
never
used
heard
it.
that before.
I've used it multiple times in the last 2 days, and I think that is the entirety of the time that I've used it.
Let's put it to bed.
Now we're flicking up.
Looking up. The more you say it, the less I like it, to be honest with you. But no matter how many times you guys say, "Oh, geez,"
Yeah,
I mess with
inject
OGs.
it. Listen, I don't plan on being any good at golf, but I plan on being high enough that I think I'm good at golf. To be quite honest with you, and OGs are going to do that for me. And it's official. They got the new strawberries and cream hitting the shelves. A little Happy Balance 1-to-1. You know, I'm not the most physically active person on the planet. So doing walking 18 might be a lot for my body. Use out CBD, help with the inevitable soreness that I'm going to have from walking around all day. Well, yeah, we are. I'm built different. Y'all can have the cart. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna do it like the.
You're gonna walk?
No,
Yeah,
he's not gonna
I'm
walk.
not gonna walk. But still, it's a lot of standing.
You do. I mean, to be fair, on par 3s, you can't use the.
Yeah,
So you
we're
gotta-
gonna
you gotta-
have
I'm
to
just
walk.
excited. I'm excited. To have
Plus, it's gonna be a long day out in the sun. Like I'm gonna be tired after.
Let's go.
I'm gonna use that OG's Happy Balance to calm myself down. And if you want to, as always, hit up your local dispensary. Find them at ogsbrands.com. But as always, you must be 21 or older to enjoy.
There you go. So I'm gonna ask you guys to step into the shoes of Birdman, aka Michael Crow,
Oh,
Oh,
not the Birdman.
I was gonna say those
you know what
shoes
size
probably smell
shoes he
bad.
wears?
Michael Crow or Birdman?
Either.
Birdman definitely
Michael
wears like
Crow
14.
strikes me as like a 6.5,
My
guy.
feet will not fit in that.
right? He strikes you as a small foot kind of guy.
Is he a small man? I don't know if I've seen him in
Stout.
He's built like Lord Farquaad,
No, he's not. That's
like a little bigger.
that's mean.
Come on,
That's mean.
it's true.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
He's not that short.
Let's see,
I feel like
Michael Crow.
He's not short.
I'm saying this. I promise you, I am not saying this to be mean, Totri, but I feel like Totri gets a pass on calling people short. I'm making fun of people for their height.
I get a pass
yeah, but I
on
just
it.
don't. I think he's incorrect factually.
Yeah, well, that's fair. I don't know how tall he is, but
Yeah,
were you looking at his Wikipedia for his height?
Yeah, well, I just looked up Michael Crow height and nothing.
Yeah.
because he's the
Is he Michael M. Crow? Oh wow, that's not a fitting photo.
height wiki.
Wait, he has my birthday.
and he's
What?
from San Diego.
That's crazy.
And he's from San Diego.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo, is Michael Crow just me in the future?
Is Michael Crow your dad?
Yeah, he's 5'10".
Are we trusting this?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
not. He's not. He's
Oh,
not.
yeah, I mean,
unbelievably short.
That's
why are
crazy.
we talking about his height?
Because you need to
Yeah,
step into
let's step into his shoes. Let's get back.
Yes, step into the shoes of Michael Crow.
Okay.
How do you approach this current situation?
Shout out Chris Brown. I chuck my deuces up and I head off to the Big 12 because they need to save themselves and this conference is dead. Hit up whoever the president down at that school down south is and be like, listen.
And you go together. You go with
You link arms and you skip your ass straight to Lubbock. The first Big 12 station that you can find and you ask for asylum and you get out of this war zone that is the Pac-12.
Mhm.
Battle pass.
I was gonna say, but
I was trying to think of a way to fit it in there, and I was just like, I'm gonna just say the words.
what do you do, Shane?
yeah, I think you have to leave.
With U of A, you take U of A, or like you guys go together.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to.
In spite of Mike the Iron Luke, Brother, you can't leave by yourself. Stop acting like ASU. Just stop that.
Even I agree with that.
Well, they
stop
need
that.
each other, right? I
You
feel like
can't
they
do that.
both need each other. Arizona doesn't have the market of Phoenix with it, and ASU doesn't have the quality of athletics that Arizona has at this current time.
And also, like, is Arizona that attractive if they're just out on an island out here? Like, it's more efficient for the Big Ten to have 2 schools in the state, and you could just make that trip together.
Yeah. And you get the rivalry. Whatever conference gets them gets the rivalry.
Yeah. I think you automatically get more exciting games in the conference for both sports, obviously. But
you have to leave.
You have
That's
to leave
if a deal is not struck.
Yeah.
You have to leave. I think you have to leave regardless.
No. If like a YouTube TV is not struck, like you're not getting away with a 5-year Amazon deal. Then if that happens, like if you have a 20+ year YouTube TV deal, then that's a runway for the Pac. Then you have the runway at least.
Yeah.
Even if you're in some dark times, there's a runway there. You can see a path to grabbing a school 5-10 years down the road or two to make sure that your conference survives.
Yeah, I think I would rather go down with the ship than go alone, and I think that should probably be the same mindset for Arizona. Like, not really. They actually have something to save, but from ASU perspective, I think Arizona is too valuable to you to leave by yourself, and also I don't think you could leave by yourself.
We've had a lot of comparison to Pirates already, like
Just before.
indifferently. No, on the show, like you said. You said walk the plank. Did you say that?
I don't remember saying that.
Today?
I think so. Maybe I was just thinking that.
Today?
But
I
you
definitely
said
didn't
He
say it
didn't
today.
say walk the plank.
no, you said jump ship.
Jump ship.
You said jump ship.
Yeah.
You have to jump.
And then I said going down with
And then
the
you
ship.
said on board, and you said going down with the ship. I'm trying to give away to talk about Kliavkoff being a pirate. He'd be like,
He's stealing money from the Pac-12.
he'd be like, walk the plank. But he's like, no, please stay UCLA, stay USC.
Yeah, because
I'd be like, I'm ready to
off
hop
the plank
off.
is like a gold mine.
I'm ready to hop up off the plank if that's what you. No, please stay. I need you here. Yeah. Can we get him an eye patch?
I think you're gonna say iPad, like he was a child.
Too. Yeah, get him an
Cocoa
iPad.
melon.
Just distract. Could you imagine? He's like, we'll deal with this later. I have a meeting I need to get onto. He walks to his office, closes the door. All he hears is Cocoa melon.
So let's say
That's what he's been doing. That's the TV deal he's working on.
So I saw a
Netflix
tweet,
Kids.
and I don't know, I can't remember exactly who it was tweeted, but or who tweeted it, but there was something along the lines of the overestimation that Kliavkoff and the other schools thought they were going to get to it now being around $21 million per school, per university, which is not nearly enough to stay, right? If that's the deal, the 5-year deal, each university $21 million, right? I feel like even if that's the deal that is struck, to your point, you have to leave. That's not enough.
I think you need to leave. I think
regardless.
I think you need to get up out of here. Because people don't care. Like, I don't know if people out here fully realize this. People out east do not give a shit about what goes on in this part of the country.
They really do.
They don't care about the teams. They don't care about the result. They don't care about the West Coast. They're in bed by the time any of this. Jesus.
He looks like
They're out of this with people on the East Coast are asleep by the time anything goes on out here. They don't care. You move to the Big 12, you're getting a little closer, at least in the Central Time Zone. People will care a little bit more about what's going on.
Well, they're going to care because you're playing their teams.
And that as well, yeah. But, like, you have to remember the Big 12, like, it's not just Texas. It is Texas, but you also have BYU, you have Cincinnati, you have UCF. You become a national program in the Big 12.
Yeah.
But you're not out here. So I think there was a lot wrong with the Pac-12 before, and now you're losing your cash cows. There's no reason to want to be here anymore, in my opinion.
So, which schools leave first? Let's say the Pac-12 does disband or dissolve. Which 2 universities are next? Because it is likely going to be a pair if they leave, just like you saw with the LA schools.
No, I think ASU and U of A are the biggest grabs, I think.
Yeah.
Because if you're grabbing 2 schools, there's always a huge deficiency.
Yeah, I think yes, because they also are the most natural. Like, there was actual kind of geographical fit with the Big 12, so there's that. Oregon is just, I think, the best single program.
They don't care, though. I feel like you're looking for the
Oregon would go hard as an independent.
The other,
or if they left with Washington, because then you get everything you wanted out of you
lose the rivalries.
Yeah,
But there is the Oregon and Washington do have a rivalry.
and you get Seattle, so you get a major city and you get a major program. I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I think it would have to be the Big Ten, probably. But shit, I mean, if you're already having USC and UCLA fly out there, you might as well. I think that is the most, like, if I am from another conference, pick any two schools from this conference, that makes the most sense to me. I think it's the most
Oregon
lucrative.
and Washington.
I think it's the most lucrative.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's no bigger market left in the pack than Phoenix.
Yes, that I get. But Seattle is a legitimate market. And Oregon is the most legitimate program in the Pac-12.
Yep.
And I mean, Washington is not anything to like sneeze at. Like they are to say they're better than ASU as far as athletics are concerned, or comparable at least.
Yeah, they're pretty comparable, I would say.
I think in terms of performance, they're better.
Yeah.
They made the playoff.
Yeah, I was just about to say they
I did forget about that.
They just made the playoff.
Yeah,
5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
God, that defense was stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty damn good.
Yeah. But I think the only schools in this, I think you want Washington and Oregon, or you want ASU and U of A. Leave everybody else to die. I don't think there's anything worth. Utah, I guess, for the Big 12 would make a whole lot of sense.
Stanford and Cal.
Fuck them. Go join. Honestly, join the Ivy League.
ACC.
Join the Ivy League.
Stanford just fits with the ACC for me. Like, I know Ivy League with the academics, but it just
The problem is
the level
that,
of average that the ACC is. It feels like Stanford just could just walk right in.
That's not true, because you actually, like, regardless of how they could lose every game, Duke is still one of the biggest programs in the country. Like plus Stanford does not have the kind of money. They don't care about athletics enough to be flying motherfuckers across country.
But can you imagine that Stanford in an ACC women's basketball conference?
Now that
would go crazy.
would be fun.
They're so good.
But again, there's with all of these moves.
At that point, but put them in the Big East,
the
though.
one big issue, and I feel like it was on the back burner of the LA
Stanford,
schools
UConn.
leaving for the Big Ten, was the travel, right? In the geographical, like
Mm-hmm.
the geo. Yeah, that's right? Geographical.
You got to finish your thought. I don't know.
Well, like that's the right word that I'm going for,
I
right?
believe
Yeah.
so.
That's a word.
I know it's a fucking word. Is it the right word?
I don't know where you're going.
We need to know what words come next.
The geographical, like now I lost my train of
Makeup?
thought. Yeah, the geographical issues with these schools leaving. Right now, you've got all of these LA athletes flying across the country, and then all of these Midwest athletes flying out west, like during the week, constantly.
I don't want to talk about this again. I got so heated last time we talked about this.
I know, but we have to. It's
No,
part of the
I'm
discussion.
not saying we're not talking about it. It's stupid as fuck. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. There should be no conferences at all.
But that's my issue is this. You can solve the money. You can solve all of that. You could solve the TV rights sale. You can't solve that. That is the one thing that is unsolvable in this whole thing.
But you can ease it. You can appease it. You can make it better by sending them to by like ASU to the Big 12. That makes way more sense.
Yes, but there is no other. Like, is there another set of teams that could go to the Big 10 or
No,
the Big
that's
12?
what I was saying
The
earlier.
ACC?
They're
ASU
the
and U of A are
closest.
the only ones that make a geographic sense for any other major conference.
to the Big 12.
To the Big 12
Well,
specifically.
geographically, I think they are the only schools in this conference that
That could
make
leave.
sense. Strictly geographically speaking, they're the only one that has any proximity to another Power 5 conference.
Yeah, but specifically the Big 12 with Texas.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just any. Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap this conversation up, final thoughts on what you think will happen.
Huh.
Well, how long do I have? Like, not time-wise,
5 years.
Until there's a resolution.
What's a resolution?
Give me a resolution for the Pac and Arizona State.
They're done. The Pac is dead. Like, that's my final resolution.
You think the Pac dissolves?
Yeah, eventually, 100%.
If
I think, in all honesty, I think in 40 years, there are no conferences in college. It doesn't make sense.
Dude, it's so hard.
I
for me
think
to
there will be
40 years from
conferences.
now.
I think there will just be like two big ones,
Yeah.
basically.
I think it'll be the North, South, East, and West. Genuinely.
That's how it should be, especially for a sport like basketball. It should just be the 64 best teams. Anyways, yeah, no. If I'm God, I'm getting rid of
Oh,
conferences.
God.
Like if I could
take
just, if
OGs?
I could do, no, not you. If
Why do you have to be God to do that? Why couldn't you just be like the
well, I'm just saying if I
commissioner
could,
of the NCAA?
no. Well, because then there's
That's
all
what
there's
God's worried
all-
about today.
God doesn't deal with red tape. That's why. The NCAA is red tape. Like if I could snap my fingers, anything happens. There are no conferences.
You're a
Thanos.
genie.
Sure. There's no conferences. Like it is. Everything's dead. Pac-12 is dead. All conferences
Shawn
are dead.
DeGenie would go crazy.
He's got the blue on.
He
too.
looks like how a genie sits too.
You woke me up. You brought me here.
But he wouldn't be a genie with feet. He'd be one of the genies with the little wispy tail.
I'd be.
Is it a tail?
Robin Williams.
No, that's why I said little like wispy thing.
Yeah,
Tail.
it's who cares. I death to the Pac-12. If realistically speaking, since I am not God and conferences will exist, I think that from ASU perspective, they need to be at the doorstep of the offices of the Big 12, begging and pleading to join. That's it. I think that's the only only step forward.
Totri?
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense for them in Arizona to link arms and leave. That is the only realistic scenario I see ASU getting out of this alive. But I don't know how much of that conversation is actually happening behind closed doors with Crow and Ray, because just look at what the whole NIL thing, right? How far behind everybody else was ASU. So there's that part of the argument. Then there's also ASU's #1 in innovation. So
I will say this: if I'm Kliavkoff, I'm like, look, I don't need to be commissioner. I just need the check. I still think a merger is the best. I think some teams need to just get fucked over, and the best teams of each conference need to merge of the Big 12. I know that's not realistic, but if we are keeping conferences, I think the best thing for Kliavkoff and the big schools in the Pac is to merge.
It's the Big Pac.
The Big Pac.
100% what it's called. Yeah, ideally that 5 years.
No, remember that?
I remember.
Big Southern America.
Ideally 5 years ago, that's what should have happened.
Yeah. Or ideally, like a decade ago, you get Boise in the conference when they're actually worth shit. And San Diego State. I still think I think if you're getting two teams, those are the two teams that make the most sense.
San Diego State and Boise State.
Is San Diego State and
but
Boise
that doesn't
State.
again that doesn't move the needle in terms of
if
you're a TV partner and you're like, oh well, they've got Boise State and San Diego State. Sign me the fuck up.
I know, but I think just from a actual like
Hail Mary
athletic perspective or a conference perspective, obviously the TV thing is, but fucking SMU is not moving that needle either. I don't think. It's going to be fun, interesting.
Angel says, I wonder if the Pac released that statement on Monday, knowing that CBS and Turner backed out of the talks, or did they just back out today? I think it was probably in anticipation. I think they saw where the talks were going.
100%. It's, like I said, it is a sinking ship right now.
It was like going to mom and being like, look, you might be mad, but I made you something. I made you a promise ring.
Made your mom a promise ring?
Yeah, I don't know. Or you fucked up with your girlfriend. I made you a promise ring. And then they come downstairs and they're like, "Who's that? Who's that woman?"
It's like
it's the Big 12.
Do you think we should?
It's the suits at big media. Just
I have not been paying any attention to how we got there because I was looking up Aaron's message. So I don't really know why we were doing. I don't really know how.
It's okay. You can rewatch the show.
Do you think we should read into that at all? That Ohio State canceled a home and home with Washington.
Anything of it?
Do you think? Because it is true. Ohio State tweeted out 2024 football series with Washington canceled. Tweeted out 30 minutes ago. 2024-25 football series with Washington canceled. Move will allow 8th home game in Ohio Stadium in 2024. So, what do you think that could mean?
Something, nothing, or everything.
Yeah.
What is it?
Maybe an advancement of Washington.
Is it something, nothing, or everything?
I think it's something.
I think it's something.
I think it's an advancement of Washington and Oregon saying, "Peace the fuck out. We're headed to the Big Ten."
It could be.
They're not going to need that.
It
as
definitely
a home
could be nothing.
It's gonna be a conference matchup.
Yeah, that's. But it could be nothing.
I think it could be.
We all put that together immediately.
Boom!
You didn't need to just act like you just solved
Wait,
that. That's when he sent that. We were like, oh.
Well, let me just have the.
Okay.
I mapped it out in my head, man.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was
Sometimes
awesome.
I'm in a world of my my own little world.
Yeah, I think it could be something. It'll be interesting to see. But man, I have a hard time seeing how the Pac survives beyond 5 years from now, or at least as it survives as a Power 5 conference. Like there might be some form of the Pac, but it'll be like what the Big East basketball is now. It'll be you might have a program or two in it that people care about to some extent nationally, but it will be otherwise kind of a joke of a conference.
Aaron Lee is the what of PHNX Sun Devils? He's the Woj. He just comes in here and drops bombs every so often.
Lee bomb.
I was gonna say general, but he's the general of the.
What's our next ad read?
Okay,
Let's talk about Burrito Express.
The delicate dance.
Dude,
I'm not trying to have
Why
a
were you
delicate
like a little
dance.
crab?
Because it's
Nom,
the
nom, nom,
delicate
nom.
dance. I don't want to have a delicate dance. I want to get nasty with some Burrito Express.
Hey yo,
Which we're gonna do. I'm trying to get nasty.
trying to get nasty. With
Burrito
that.
Express before
golf.
golf?
No, I was thinking
During
Ooh,
Yeah, I was
Bring
thinking we get it before. I'll bring it and then.
munch on the.
on 9.
I don't. I'm not trying to wait till the 9th hole.
Yeah, what are we saying? I'm eating it during golf.
While
You're
Saul's
eating
teeing
during
off
golf?
on 1,
Yeah.
I'm teeing off on a burrito.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You want
guys.
to tee off on a burrito?
There you go. Burrito Express. Get it in you. There's locations just about everywhere in the valley. And when you guys buy a $25 Burrito Express gift card, they're going to hook you up with a free burrito. We're talking that steak and egg, add bacon, hold the cheese if you're lactose intolerant, double the cheese if you're not.
Hold the cheese if you're a beta.
It goes crazy. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Look, what are you laughing at? You got a peanut allergy.
That shit was funny.
Head over.
And also, I haven't.
Why'd you say that like a child?
That shit was funny.
That shit was funny.
I don't know. It was funny.
Oh, God.
Matcha
Head
hot
over.
with bacon?
Yeah, dude.
I heard about the matcha hot,
I haven't
Yeah,
tried
what-
the matcha.
but
hot.
not with bacon.
I said the Machaca hot with bacon 2 weeks ago.
I didn't. I don't remember the bacon part.
Yeah, you weren't here when you said that.
2 weeks ago, I was here and I said it on the show.
2 weeks ago, weren't you in Mobile 2 weeks ago?
No, on Monday or whenever that was.
I don't know. Guys, head over to your nearby Burrito Express location today. Give them a follow at Burrito EXP.
Yeah, and then what they do have they don't have a Burrito Express truck at Dobson Ranch.
That would
Good.
go crazy.
That would go insane. A Burrito Express cart girl, dude or man.
Oh, no, it just
It
needs to
would
be
definitely
Angel. It just needs to be
be
Angel.
Yeah, it's just
Truck.
Angel. I have ridden around with a Burrito Express cart man before then. I did golf with Angel. Shout out Angel. They do have 4 peaks at Dobson Ranch, and we will be enjoying plenty of those. There's nothing like a 9 a.m. beer. Genuinely, I don't know if there's another. We need to do a beer draft, like a beer occasion draft. Like beer.
Oh, yeah, on occasion.
But 9 a.m. beers do hit when it's like, especially when it's a little cold. There's still a little dew on the grass. Oh, it's beautiful. Burrito Express, 4 peaks.
It's a
Dog.
marriage.
Dog. It's amazing.
4 Peaks. Girl Scout cookies.
Dogs.
Match made in heaven.
So what's better than drinking beer? Pairing them with Girl Scout cookies, as
There you
Shawn
go.
said. Check out 4 Peaks. Check out the 4 Peaks cookie pairing at their 8th Street pub location in Tempe on February 16th, which is tomorrow. Must be 21 or years or older to enjoy responsibly.
I learned today that Girl Scouts just be on some bullshit, and they have different cookies out here than they do on the East Coast.
Yeah, the French toast one.
Yeah, I didn't know they didn't have
Yeah,
that.
you've been on one about those French
I'm
toast
upset
cookies.
because listen, I appreciate a good Girl Scout cookie. Shout out to Scouts. Respect the Scouts.
Is this the appropriate thing to do for
I feel like
someone?
it's
I don't think it's
oh, yeah.
appropriate to
respect
do
the
that.
Scouts.
Yeah.
Anyways,
out Katniss,
but a
everybody.
lot of them are chocolate and citrus flavored or have coconut on them, and I don't like those things. I'm a big trefoil guy. I like the shortbread cookies, but I want to try some of those East Coast only French toast cookies.
All right, you can get them on Amazon.
$11 a box.
Yeah, but that feels
But
like
that's not
it defeats
supporting
yeah, I was
the-
gonna
Oh,
say
I've
Scouts.
had these.
it feels like it defeats the purpose.
Toast, yeah.
I've had these.
Like I was surprised. Have you? Are they good?
Yeah, like I've.
Oh, those do go crazy.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
I want one bad, but I was trying to support Derek's daughter because she's a Girl Scout, and they didn't sell those.
Will
Respect
in
the
the chat.
Scouts.
ASU NIL deal with Burrito Express.
Yep.
Soon.
Football
I
and
think that
softball.
drops. Doesn't it drop tomorrow?
Next week.
Oh, next Wednesday?
Yeah, February 22nd.
I think it's next Wednesday.
I'm interested to see who the softball
Yeah,
player is.
yeah, we know who the football players. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We do.
I
Know
feel like
that.
I feel like it's been a pretty poorly kept secret.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
a
know if it
pretty
was
big
said.
one.
Don't know if it was said yet, but you do got to be 21 years
Yeah, I
or
did.
older or two. Okay, I was just saying.
Yeah, no,
just
and
to-
I appreciate
to
you.
enjoy
And I was
responsibly.
just saying that I did say it. Don't need to get so defensive.
I like covering
Toad
your
Train.
bases, man.
Goodness.
You know?
If in case it wasn't said, you need to be 21 or older to enjoy and enjoy responsibly.
I forgot. Thanks.
Thank you.
I actually
Well,
did
now you
forget.
need to get out.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Oh yeah, true. Bye.
So, guys, we are going to be doing an anti-draft to close the show. So, we've done one in the past. If you're unfamiliar what an anti-draft is, it is going to be where
Funny you should say that, William.
Shawn and I are going to be drafting. What did we agree on? Something
Ways
that-
to die.
Wait, yeah, we're
Worst
gonna be
ways to die.
Or just ways to die.
Oh yeah. Well,
We're
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
drafting ways to die. Shane doesn't know the topic. Okay, so the whole point of this is while we're drafting, he is going to draft after each round, and at the very end, he is going to have to try and guess the topic.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So nobody say nothing in the chat about what it is.
No recommendations or anything. We can't give them hints.
Okay, so it is going to be ways to die. Do we have like a good, like, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. I have a good one. I think we'll throw it off pretty well.
I feel like I need a good first one. Ooh, you could just go a fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We're going to bring Shane back in here, and we're going to get started on this.
We got some Chikrin talk. Chikrin talk.
Do we want to hide the chat?
Follow
Or is
at
the chat gonna be
PHNX.
nice?
We warned them not to
We
give
warned
anything away.
them. Let's hide it, though, just to
might
be
as well.
safe. Just to be safe.
Cool.
All right. Are we going?
Yep, you can go. I'll let you start.
Okay. First pick overall is elevators.
That is a good one.
Shit. Oh, it's gonna be people.
I am going to go second overall pick. Give me
I'm thrown off already.
Give me a refrigerator.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh no.
Yeah, it is so much harder than you think it is.
Well,
also,
ours was so much easier.
Yeah, ours was definitely easier because you could just say people.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Because I think you even lucked into one.
I'll go microwave.
That would be. I don't really see how that would work, but
Potential.
are we
There's
snaking?
potential
Are we
there.
snaking or are we just rotating?
It's
No,
so
we
you
just-
go
yeah.
same way that we went before.
I will go. Birds of prey.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, no idea. Now I got no idea.
Yeah.
Give me. Ooh.
I should write these down.
Give me a bicycle.
Okay, that would be. Yeah. Okay,
That works.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking of like items or things that can double as saying / something. That's all
Okay.
I'm thinking right now. Give me.
What did I say first? Elevator.
Like birds of prey.
Are you
That
keeping
is
track? Yeah, I bet.
that is something else.
What was your second one?
Bicycle.
Oh, bicycle, right.
I'll go electric scooter.
Same vein as a
Yeah,
bicycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first pick?
What was my first pick? It was a microwave.
Microwave, right. Okay. This one, I'm shocked I got it here. It's great. Third round value. Plane.
Yeah, that is solid value. Solid
I'm
value.
shocked it fell that far.
I'm gonna go kind of the same. I feel like it's a really good value pick. Give me deer.
Yeah, it's just not a real topic. Fucking dive bombing. Like how a bird dive bombs.
I mean,
So,
that's called something.
Yeah, I guess it. It works. It's yeah. I will go. Loved one.
Yeah.
That's
okay, it's like phrases or something that you can use to describe something. That's definitely the track that they're on. But what the fuck would an elevator be for that?
Way to go on that one.
yeah. Thank you. I knew that was going to be a great first pick.
So that wasn't a good pick. It was just
No, it's a great.
Yeah,
I think it's a great.
I think
pick.
it was a great.
I think
pick.
it's a great pick.
We'll look at the validity when we know.
Oh man, it's getting tough now.
It is getting tough.
Give me a boat.
Yeah,
me
I
a vote.
was considering that one for sure.
Let's see. I'll go
Great topic, by the way.
Thank you.
like
I've got a great
a rally car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Final pick. I am going skydiving.
Okay. I'll go kind of, hand in hand. Give me bungee
Jumping. Yeah, I figured.
Mm.
I love this so much. And I know that next time I'll be the odd one out, but I just love when two of us are on the page and the other one has no idea what the hell's going on.
It is very fun. So these are the topics I'm between right now before I make my last pick. I'm between like phrases to describe something or somebody or something in a sport that you can do, but also the name of something.
Okay.
and I'm between a thing that changes one thing to another.
Okay.
Like
I see.
An elevator bringing you up, a refrigerator that cools you down.
Birds of Prey would be a very interesting pick
see, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Now I just have no.
So before you do your last pick and then guess, would you like to hear of what the 10 picks that we have are?
Sure.
So I have drafted elevators, birds of prey, planes, loved ones, and skydiving. Totri has picked refrigerators, bicycles, deer, boats, and bungee jumping.
Yeah, that didn't do anything for me.
As expected.
Jacob, do you know what we're drafting right now?
I'll do an SD card.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, an SD card would be a fascinating way to die.
Yeah.
Because that's what we were drafting.
I thought about that for a second.
Ways to die.
Thought about that for a second. That's a great topic.
Elevators. That's why dying in an elevator is like an all-time fear of mine.
Yeah.
I don't want to like.
I thought about that and then I just threw it away.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I when I die, I don't want it to be. I don't want there to be a period of time
where you die on a bicycle.
Bike accident?
Well, then that's getting hit by a car. Like you
you could literally be on a bike and you could definitely fall and hit your head and die.
Yeah, but that's
you can die.
Is it just ways to die?
Just ways to die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's read mine. My worst ways to die.
You are microwave.
Okay, that's a crazy way to die.
Yeah.
How would you die? Would it fall?
No, long term. Long term.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're playing the long game.
Shit, man.
Electric scooters, which is just the bicycle situation.
That's a great way to die.
Dive bombing.
Dude, if a bird comes and... Bro, if you said birds of prey, that works.
Well, when you said dive bombing, I was thinking more of like a...
well, let's not... Yeah.
Kamikaze.
Yeah. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Well, that's... I would say... That
works.
But I would say that is less scary than a bird dive bombing you.
Yes.
Because you see a bomb coming in, you're like, shit.
Yeah.
You see a bird, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. No, I feel it. Fucking yesterday.
He almost squared up with a pigeon yesterday.
Square up on a pigeon yesterday. That motherfucker flew like right between, I think it was between me and you, like right by my head. And I literally was just squared up.
Quick story about dying from not dive bombing, but similar. There was a woman, I don't know where, and I don't know the validity to this story, but I heard it.
Great
there was a lady.
There was a
lady, and I don't know if this is real.
There was a woman walking somewhere.
Okay. Yes.
Basically, she turned at the same time a goose took flight right near her, and it came across her face and scared the shit out of her, and it gave her like arrhythmia of the heart, and she died because of it.
Crazy.
That's an awful way to go.
That is an awful way to go.
Okay.
But what I was saying earlier, I don't want to die. Oh, your other picks were a rally car, which is an all-time just like if you're gonna die, at least make it dope as shit.
Series about to go crazy.
And then an SD card. I guess choking on an SD card. The first question you need to ask is why was an SD card near your mouth?
Yeah.
And secondly, that sucks. That's a really you're gonna get made fun of well after you're done.
You could also, if an SD card corrupts and you're like working on a very big project, you could have a heart attack.
Yeah. But what I was saying earlier is I don't want to die, and like if I was gonna die, I get like people like
we could put the chat back up, Damon.
I get that people like get cancer and they know that they're going to die at some point, but I don't want it to be like I am just going about my life and then all of a sudden an engine blows on the plane or a wire blows on the or a wire breaks on an elevator and there's a period where I am falling to my death. That's what I don't want to fall to my death. I don't want that period as the ground is getting closer and I'm like, this is how this is ending.
Jacob Chikrin's a good one.
Yeah. Fat trapeze artist. That would be a tough way to go.
Well, yeah, William Jasper named things. I immediately thought escalator as soon as
escalator.
No, number one pick easily is a log falling off the back of a truck and crushing your shit.
No,
roller coaster.
No, the pipes. Final Destination 2, maybe when they're in a drive-through and the person like there's like a 3-car accident and pipes. The person slams on the brakes and the pipes come straight through.
Yeah,
that
happened. That happened with a log too in Final Fantasy.
Final Destination.
Or Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Yeah.
One of my guilty pleasure series. They're so fun to watch. Worst death in Final Destination has to be the gymnast.
I don't remember.
It's like one of the most complex ones where like an AC unit like starts moving and then a nail falls straight with its pointy side up on a balance beam and she sees it or she steps on it and she goes ow 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 and then falls and then does something crazy and she ends up like breaking her neck.
So the tanning bed one is bad too.
The pool.
Yeah, the tanning bed one's one of the worst. The LASIK one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The pool. Being in a pool where all of a sudden you just get sucked to the bottom and you get dropped. Yep. Like I already am not a huge water person.
You're not a big anything guy.
No, I've said it before. I don't know if there is a God, but regardless, we were invented without gills and without wings for a reason. I'm saying 10 toes down on solid earth, sea level. I don't even like Denver because we're too high.
What about Louisiana where it's below sea level? You don't fuck with that either.
No, that just got
close.
flooded.
What's your ideal elevation? 0?
Shit.
But we're not.
I don't
zero,
know.
are we?
I don't know. It's just I don't want to be somewhere where I'm forced to think about it. Like I don't think about our elevation here. You're in Denver. You can't help but think about it. And if you're below sea level, hopefully the wave doesn't come.
Okay. Well, Shane mentioned that Final Destination was one of his guilty pleasures. Guys, one of all of our guilty pleasures is Underdog Fantasy because we like making some extra coin. Guys, it's easy to get started. Go to underdogfantasy.com or download the app. Sign up with promo code PHNX and Underdog is going to match your first deposit up to $100. I was telling Shane before we started the show, Bradley Beal, you were this close on hitting your higher.
Did you see that poster he got?
I don't care about his poster. He needed, I'm pretty sure, one.
That's what he did.
But you hit your head so hard.
You did hit your head pretty hard. Guys, go make some money on Underdog Fantasy. Again, it's easy to get started. Go to underdogfantasy.com or download the app. Sign up with promo code PHNX, and Underdog is going to match your first deposit up to 100 bones. What were you talking about before?
What we were whispering about?
Yeah.
Canadian schools?
Alex D said, I might be a bit late, but is there a possibility to bring in some Canadian schools to college deal? Would it even be worth it? No. University of Toronto?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know a whole lot about schools.
They don't have like American football programs.
That's what I was going to say is do they play American football? I think some of them do.
Yeah, but they're not good.
Yeah, I mean.
And Cal is?
Better than that?
Yeah.
Cal would beat them 59-0.
Any Canadian that's worth shit in football is playing in America. So that would be a whole. Their athletics is a whole different thing up there. So it'd be fun. I like some basketball scrimmages or like preseason games. That could be fun, just as like a little I say cultural exchange, but it's basically like one and the same. But it could be fun.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't here on Monday because I was off.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, Mountain Mike's always hooks us up fat, so there's always leftovers.
They do.
It's so fire. I reheated some of it last night for the Suns game. I think 5 slices of pizza.
Ooh.
And there was one. You know how fucked up it is to leave one single wing in a box that had a bunch of wings in it?
Sounds like something he would do.
I did not do that, though. I did not. Their wings go crazy, though.
Their wings do go crazy.
I had one single wing. And they also have good ranch. There's a lot of places.
It's so fucked up to leave one wing.
It is. There's a lot of places that like have good food but terrible ranch. You know, just like Valley bullshit. Yeah. Mountain Mike's is great ranch. So shout out Mountain Mike's. Thank you for the food. They got a bunch of fun stuff going on at all of their locations. Mesa, Chandler, Tucson, wherever you are. You know, lunch buffet, ton of stuff. Head over to mountainmikespizza.com. Order their Mesa, Chandler, or Tucson locations to place your order. Reminder, new diehards get a $50 voucher upon signing up.
Yes, sir. That is going to do it for us on Hump Day. Guys, if you enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX _Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony _Totri. You can follow Shane. He has returned at Shane Deef. You can follow Shawn at Shawn _DePause.
Begging at the feet of the Big 12 commissioner for acceptance and asylum, as always.
We will be back for a ASU basketball post-game show Thursday night. We're also going to have a special interview for you guys tomorrow, so definitely stay locked in for that. But for now, guys, enjoy the rest of your Hump Day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.